You drove it off the lot 48 hours ago. The smell is still there. The dealer sticker is still in the window. And it is already worth $9,000 less than you paid for it. Not because anything broke. Not because you made a mistake on the paperwork. Because that is the deal. That has always been the deal. And the people who sold it to you understood it completely before you walked through the door. If you have been to a new car dealership recently, you might believe you are looking at a straightforward transaction. You choose the vehicle. You negotiate the price. You drive home. That is an illusion. The new car purchase is not a single transaction. It is the first move in a financial sequence that has been engineered by manufacturers, dealer groups, and captive lenders working in deliberate coordination to extract the maximum possible revenue from your household over the longest possible period of time. And the mechanism that makes it work is so well hidden inside the paperwork that most buyers never see it until they try to sell the car. The average new vehicle transaction price hit $49,740 in December 2024. The average monthly payment was $742. The average loan term was 69 months, just under 6 years. These numbers sound like market conditions. They are not. They are the product of deliberate decisions made by the 4 largest publicly traded dealer groups in America: AutoNation, Penske, Lithia Motors, and Sonic Automotive, whose investor relations documents openly describe their strategy for maximizing revenue per transaction. And the centerpiece of that strategy is a room in the back of every dealership that most buyers walk into without understanding what it is designed to do. The finance and insurance office, the F&I room, is where your deal gets restructured after you shake hands on the price. A specialist sits across from you, often friendly, often moving quickly, and presents a menu of products: extended warranty, gap insurance, paint protection, tire and wheel coverage, nitrogen in the tires. Each item is presented as a monthly cost, $12 a month, $15 a month, because at the monthly payment level, nothing feels expensive. What they do not show you is the actual price. A service contract sold for $1,800 in the F&I room costs the dealership $300 to $400 wholesale. Gap insurance sold for $900 costs the dealer roughly $150. These markups run 300 to 500%. And in 2024, the F&I department generated an average of $2,500 in gross profit per vehicle sold at major dealer groups, contributing 30 to 40% of total dealership profit. More than the car sale itself. But here is what makes it a system rather than just a scam. The loan terms are the machine. The average new car loan is now 69 months long. The average buyer trades their vehicle in after approximately 4 years. That gap, trading in at month 48 on a 72 or 84-month loan, is where the cycle begins. In the first 2 years of an amortizing auto loan, the majority of each payment goes toward interest, not principal. The loan balance drops slowly. The car depreciates fast. At the moment most buyers walk back onto the lot to trade in their current vehicle, they owe more than it is worth. Nearly 1 in 4 new car buyers, 23.9% in second quarter 2024, carried negative equity into their next purchase. The average deficit was $6,255, a record at the time. By October 2025, it had climbed to $7,064. What happens to that deficit? The dealer rolls it into the new loan. The buyer drives away owing more than the new car is worth before they leave the parking lot. The cycle resets, and the lender, often a captive finance company owned by the same manufacturer that built the car, collects interest on both the new vehicle and the old deficit simultaneously. The worst version of this story belongs to electric vehicle buyers. EV buyers who traded in during Q2 2024 carried an average negative equity of $10,326, nearly double the figure for gas-powered vehicles. The reason is a combination of rapid model year obsolescence, falling battery costs making older packs less valuable, and government incentive changes that suppress resale prices for vehicles purchased under previous tax credit structures. A buyer who purchased a $35,000 EV in 2022 with a 7-year loan at 6% interest is now sitting on a vehicle worth perhaps $18,000, a loan balance of $28,000, and a monthly payment they cannot escape without absorbing a $10,000 loss. That loss does not disappear. It goes into the next loan. It compounds. And the manufacturer that built both vehicles, through its captive lender, collects interest on all of it. So what does a buyer who actually wants to drive without financial ruin actually do? The first move is the one the industry hates most. Buy a vehicle that is 2 to 4 years old. A car loses 20 to 23% of its value in the first 12 months of ownership and roughly 50% by year 5. The buyer who absorbs that first-year depreciation is the new car buyer. The buyer who avoids it is the one who purchases a lightly used vehicle with 20 to 30,000 miles, a clean service history, and a remaining factory powertrain warranty. They pay 20 to 30% less for a vehicle that is functionally identical to the one on the showroom floor. The second move is to separate the financing from the dealership entirely. Every rate the F&I manager quotes is negotiable, and the dealer earns a reserve, a percentage of the interest spread, on every loan they place. Going to your own credit union or bank before setting foot in the dealership removes that profit center from the equation and gives you a benchmark the dealer has to beat or match. The third move is to calculate the total cost, not the monthly payment. A $44,000 vehicle financed over 72 months at 7.6% costs over $55,000 by payoff. That is $11,000 in interest on a vehicle worth roughly $22,000 at payoff. The math does not change because the monthly number feels manageable. The new car industry's most successful product is not a vehicle, it is a payment. A monthly number that feels affordable, attached to a 6-year commitment on a depreciating asset, extended at the dealership by specialists trained to restructure deals in their employer's favor. The manufacturer built the car, the dealer built the payment, the lender built the cycle, and they all built it before you walked through the door. Do not negotiate on the monthly payment. Negotiate on the total price, the interest rate, and the loan term, separately, in that order. On paper, before you sign anything. The information to beat this system is not secret. It is just inconvenient for the people selling you the car to explain it. If this kind of investigation is useful to you, hit subscribe. We cover the financial machinery behind the industries that count on you not looking closely.